Hello everyone, my name is Yuri. I was born and raised in a small town in Japan called Kamakura. Many people visit Tokyo, Kyoto, or Osaka when they came to Japan, but not many people know Kamakura. Kamakura is a small town by the sea, filled with old temples, shrines, nature, and small train stations. There are already many videos online about 10 things you must do in Kamakura or 10 food you must eat in Kamakura. But most local people do not experience Kamakura that way. So today, I want to show you Kamakura through the eyes of someone who was born and raised here. The places I grew up with, the quiet streets, the trains, the sea. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I saw. Oh my goodness. Now that we finished taking photos, it was time for a walk by the sea. On my private tours, around 30% of my guests are photographers. We often bring our camera and do photo walks together. This guest was actually joining for the second time. It always makes me happy when people come back again.
요리처럼 저래 내 아이들은 다 이랬어. 집어가 요나.
Now it was finally time for lunch. This place is called Katsutei Aratama, a well-known local restaurant. This time my guest wanted to eat tonkatsu. Actually, last time we went to a micro-pick cafe, so I ended up asking him. I honestly cannot tell if you like pig or not. Do you even like eating them too? とにかくとんかつソース。よいしょ。Basically we have two type of miso, and one is white one, and other is black or red color. We call akadashi, red miso soup. A little bit sour.
Okay, it has a
Crab with shijimi.
so.
There were two places I wanted to visit today. To be honest, I think even many local people do not know them. Before that, though, I wanted to walk along Dankazura, the main street in the center of Kamakura. This was March 24, so the cherry blossoms were still a little early. Maybe you could say they were about 30% in bloom. The weather forecast said the cherry blossoms would bloom early this year, and that part was true. But in the end, it looked like full bloom would come around March 30.
Just a small wind, but a lot of pale drop.
Yeah.
Maybe you mentioned about this.
What? Pizza?
Komeba? Komeba? No?
No.
Spanish だよね。
Komeba is like...
Komeba is how are you?
Is it? I don't know. I think it's...
Spanish?
No, not that.
本当？
No, no, no.
スパニッシュ
I
でしょ。
think it's Italian.
違うよ。
Yeah.
米ばいい。
It makes sense.
本当？
Like, ¿cómo está is Spanish. ¿Cómo está or cómo te va?
こもてば？
¿Cómo te va is like, how is it going?
あ
But that could be Italian.
あ、本当？
Yeah. Similar.
本当？
Cherry blossom disappear quickly. I think their most beautiful moment only lasts about a week. There is an old Japanese saying, among flowers, the cherry blossom, among people, the warrior. It means that just as cherry blossom bloom beautifully and fall quickly, the most admirable way for a person to live is to live beautifully and accept the end with dignity. It is a phrase that feels very connected to Kamakura and the age of the samurai. By the way, the flower loved by aristocrat was the camellia, but it is said that samurai did not like camellias. That is because camellia flowers do not lose their petals one by one. The entire flower suddenly falls all at once, which reminded people of a samurai losing his head. Japan's relationship with nature and symbolism is fascinating. So, what did you think of today's tour? It may have been a little different from the busy and crowded image of Kamakura that you first imagined. But if you enjoyed the atmosphere of this video, that would make me very happy. From now on, I would like to keep sharing Kamakura through a local perspective. Its culture, photography, hidden places, and everyday life. If you would like to support me, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment below. And if you are interested in a private tour in Kamakura, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Take care, everyone. それでは皆さん、ごきげんよう。